in my opinion, he's just not really relevant. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be ranking the upper moons in Demon Slayer based off of their appearance and how much I like them and just how I think they're written. I feel like I say this every video. I'm sorry for not posting. I've had loads of school trips. My laptop has been broken, so my new laptop came yesterday, so I scripted this last night and today. And then I've been on school trips and stuff, but it's the summer holidays now, so I can post more. So yeah, I do have another video planned which I'm going to be filming on Friday, which I should hopefully get out on Saturday because I'm going away so I can edit it in the car. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. And I am going to include Nakime and Kaigaku, but I'm not going to say as much about them because I don't feel as much about them. It truly is not hard for me to pick a least favourite demon, and that is Goku. I hate him so much. He just looks hideous. He's disgusting to look at. I hate his face. He has no backstory except from, I think, the fan-made one, is it? I don't know, about him being a painter or something. And I don't like him at all. I think he was just a good match for Muichiro because their energies are so different. Like Muichiro just kind of, and Gyoko is just like really annoying. So that worked out, but I just hate him so much. Like he's such a chud. Like he's the most chud of them all. I hate his voice. Anytime I hear that, hyo, 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 I hate it so much. But yeah, so he's in last place easily. Did not even have to think about that when I was making this video. Next off on the list is Tengu. One thing I will say is I like how the demons have a range of personalities, because it would be quite boring if all of them were cocky, if all of them were scared, if all of them were angry, whatever. But it's nice to have the range in there, so it is kind of nice that he's like the fearful one. I do like the hatred character. I like Aizetsu the most. But yeah, I don't care for oh my god, I don't care about Tengu that much because in my opinion he's just not really relevant. Next off is Nakime. I think she's cool, but we get barely anything of her. Like she's introduced when she summons all of the lower ranked demons, right? But then you don't see her. She's just like mysterious, which I think is quite cool to have like a mysterious one, like because you see all of the lower ranks, like it says that their ranks and stuff, but she's just kind of there, and like when the other demons talk to her, she just doesn't really respond. So I'm like, you're kind of cool. Yeah, you're kind of cool. She has a cool blood demon arc, but we don't really see any of it until like that tiny bit in the harsher training arc when she has her little eyeballs crawling around on the ground or whatever. And her fight with Obanai and Mitsuri was so short in the manga. It was literally like, was it like 2 pages or something? Or it might have been more than that, but I don't remember literally anything from it. There was nothing memorable about it except from when Yushiro like took over her body. So. Next off is Kaigaku. He's so selfish. He sacrificed everyone, and if it wasn't for my king Gyome, the Demon Slayer Court would have been so fried. Would have been so fried in the final battle without Gyome. Gyome is just... But I love Kaigaku's character design. I think he has a very cool character design and how he's like one of the only other demons that uses a sword. I think that's very cool. And how he like flips the thunder breathing around. I'm sorry guys, you can see my arm moving. I'm itching my butt by it so bad. This heat wave has been low. This heat wave has been so bad. But now I'm getting on to my favourite demons, which was very, very hard for me to rank because I have a top 4 and it was quite hard to do. Next up, I'm going to have to say Akaza. I really, really do love Akaza, and I think that his character design is very meaningful with his techniques as well, all linking back to Koyuki and his past life. And then I also think that his fight with Tanjiro and Giyu, it's such a full circle moment with the plot. Like, I feel like all of the fights, who is fighting who, has been done so well. Like, if different Hashira and different demon slayers were fighting different demons, the whole story would have just not made as much sense. But because each of them kind of have an anger towards Akaza, or Tanjiro's angry at Akaza because Akaza killed Rengoku in front of him, and then Giyu's probably angry because Rengoku liked Giyu, Giyu liked Rengoku. So yeah, that is one of my favourite fights. I want to do a video talking about my favourite fights, but I don't know if you guys would want that, so let me know in the comments. Next up, I have Kokushibo, and I do really like him. His brotherly rivalry with Yurichi reminds me kind of a little bit of Sai and Rin in Blue Lock, because Kokushibo, I can't remember his name, is Michikasu? I can't remember his name as a human. I'm not a LARP, I promise. I hate that word. I really hate that word, but I'm not a LARP. And then with Yurichi, him always trying to be the #1 swordsman, but Yurichi's just that tiny bit ahead. It's like how Sai is always that tiny little bit ahead above Rin. And I like that kind of, I like the parallels between different animes, like with sibling rivalry and stuff. I sobbed at the flute panel, how he still kept it. Don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. And I love the whole fight with Sanemi, Yome, Genya, and Muichiro. Not ready for the movie. Not ready for the movie, guys. We can wait for the movie. We can wait a little bit for the movie, okay? It's fine. Now that's my top 2 demons. This is going to take ages. I have such a big paragraph written down. This is like bullet points, right? Such a big paragraph for my next demon. Daki and Gyutaro, or kind of Juro. Literally on my shirt. Favorite arc. It's my favorite arc. But I love them. It's my favorite arc. I think they're quite different to the other demons when you look so much deeper into it, because I think all of the demons represent the 7 deadly sins, and I'm going to get onto that after I've done my #1 demon, which is kind of obvious. Daki is obviously lust to do her job, and then Gyutaro is obviously envy, when he literally says, "I envy you" to Tengen, about Tengen being like buff, muscly, like what can I say? But I do like their sibling dynamic more than Yurichi and Kokushibo, just purely because both of them are on the same side, like they're both demons. Even though I think Gyutaro was very selfish when he made the decision for Daki, because she was basically dead, and then he made the selfish decision to make them become demons so that they could live on together. I love them as demons, and as I read the manga, they slowly like climbed up my list. I always really liked them because I love the entertainment district arc, because I love Tengen, but also that's my favorite arc because it's very demon backstory. I wish we got more development on Tengen, but having a demon backstory arc, kind of similar to the first Infinity Castle movie, it's very focused on Akaza's backstory, when in the manga that was like a couple of panels, but it was like 20 minutes in the movie. I'm so excited for the movie to come to Crunchyroll. I can do so much more videos about the movie once it's on Crunchyroll, because my content has been quite slow. 2 videos in like 3 months, by the way. It's fine. But I think they have the coolest abilities whilst fighting. I think they use the coolest weapons, because most of them use their hands. I like Doma's fans. I do like Doma's fans. But I like how Gyutaro has the sickles, and then Dark uses her obi. And I think that they have possibly the hardest way to kill a demon, because you kind of, unless you're like Yurichi level skills with your sword fighting, you cannot kill them by yourselves. You have to kill them both at the same time. I think Kokoshiba's final form would be hard to defeat, but I think killing 2 demons at the same time, which you saw Tengen and the Kamaboko squad struggle to defeat them when there was 4 of them. So, and I think it's the hardest, but ranks 3 to 1 bar Doma, we also survive for a little bit and fight without their heads. But yeah, now it's time to move on to my favorite demon. Is Doma. No, it's so basic, but he's very controversial because he really does not get that much depth in the story. His backstory was kind of random in the movie. Like, was it necessary? I liked his backstory because most of the demons all came from a place of somewhere really bad. He was cherished. They thought that he was a god. I think I liked him because when he found out that his parents had been killed, he didn't feel any grief, he didn't feel any shock, he was just fine with it. And that leads me to my next point. He is so different from the other uppermoons. All of them have legitimate emotions. Akaza has anger. He has so many emotions. And Hantengu feels fear. Doma just feels nothing. Like, he acts like he feels stuff, but he doesn't actually feel anything. Like, Yutaro's envy is real, but Doma's love for Shinobu is real. He just thinks that she's cute. It's like when he started crying and hugging onto her after he literally just killed her. And it's like, well, that's why he's so easy to hate and find insufferable, like, because of stuff like that. And he killed Shinobu. But he is the perfect representation of gluttony because he just is, just due to how he acts, and I don't know what it's about him, I just love him. And now I'm going to go into what I was saying earlier about saying what of the deadly sins, 7 deadly sins that the demons represent. I need to think of Nakume and Kaigaku though, because I don't have them written down in my mind. This isn't in any particular order, by the way, but I think I'm going to start with Kaigaku. Kaigaku, I think, is pride because he always thinks he's the best because he mastered all of the thunder breathing techniques except in the first, which is the one he couldn't do, but Zenitsu beat him with it. Another full circle moment, just saying. And then next is Nakume. I think Nakume is sloth because she only uses her blood demon art. She never fights physically. It's always her blood demon art. It's never her head-to-head combat fighting someone like how Rengoku fight Akaza. Like, that never happens with her. Pride is Gyoko, which is seen in the way he flaunts his artwork and his pottery to Muichiro and saying to Muichiro, oh, only 2 people have ever seen my final form before. I love that scene. That many? I love that scene so much. And then yeah, I think he's egoed. He's egoed. I think Kokoshibo is greed and envy because he's so envious of his brother's skills. He is always trying to be the better sibling, and he turns into a demon to try and beat his brother, but even with the extra ability of being a demon, he still couldn't beat him. He's the second strongest demon aside from Muzan, and he couldn't beat his brother when he's the second strongest demon. Last, as I said earlier, is Darky due to her job in the entertainment district as a teenager. Envy is Gyutaro because he wants to be like everyone else, kind of. Like, he says that Tengen is good. He's like tall, strong, good looking. I can't remember, I haven't watched it in a while. And he wants to be like that because he's always been ugly. He was always kicked aside when he was younger. He stunk, he was stinky, he was ugly, his voice was weird. I also think that Gyutaro is a hear me out, not gonna lie. Just saying. And I think, as I said earlier, gluttony is Doma due to like the excessive amount of people that he eats. Like, you never see any demons killing or eating that many people. Maybe you can accept Akaza but he's not even a demon then. That's just his anger. Going back to what I said about his raw emotions. But yeah, I think Doma is a glutton. Akaza is wrath, because he always wants to be the strongest. He is always competing to be the strongest. He tries to beat Kokushibo and be the strongest, but it never works out for him. And then I think that Hantengu is also sloth, because he tries his best not to fight head to head. It's just the hatred clones that fight head to head. He was running away from everyone. He was having to be forced to go onto missions and stuff. So yeah, that is the 7 deadly sins as demons. Let me know if you want any other demon content, because I actually really like talking about the demons. And I promise that I'm going to post more regularly, guys. It's my summer holidays now. I have 6 weeks off school, so my goal is to post at least 6 times, and I've already got 2 planned. So my laptop's been broken up on school trips, as I said earlier. Anyways, please subscribe and like. Love you guys. Bye.